Hi, I'm Will from Tested.
I'm Norm from Tested.
Norm, what do we have today?
We have Samsung's new, for the US, tablet, the 8.9. The Galaxy Tab 8.9. Guess how big the screen is.
Is this the 8.9 one they've released?
No. 8.9 is
8.9 out of 10 on a review scale? Oh.
Well, who knows?
Well, that's unsurprising.
8.9 inches in diagonal on this tablet.
Okay.
It is thin and
How much
very
is it? It
light.
looks like it weighs less than a pound, if I had to guess.
It does weigh less than a pound. It weighs 0.98 pounds.
That's interesting. It's just barely less than a pound.
And it's super light and thin. Look how thin it is.
We've seen a lot of 7, 8, 9-inch tablets lately.
Yep.
Kindle Fire's coming out soon. That'll be 7 inches. BlackBerry Playbook was 7 inches. This is a little bit bigger than that. A little more space to breathe.
Yeah.
How do you like
So
it far?
basically, the hardware on the inside is very similar to the Galaxy Tab 10.1 that they released earlier in the year that they gave everyone at Google I/O.
Okay.
What's different is that now it does come with TouchWiz UX built in, not just Google's stock honeycomb.
So they made it worse.
Well, they made it different. We don't know if it's better or worse yet.
Okay.
We'll do more testing. But it does run over Google Honeycomb, Android Honeycomb 3.1, not 3.2. So let's talk about the hardware.
Okay.
On the inside, it's very similar to the Galaxy Tab 10.1. It's a dual-core 1 GHz Cortex A9
1
processor
gigahertz. Okay.
from Samsung. And there's a gig of memory inside. This model is the Wi-Fi model and has 16 gigabytes of flash storage. Like
So did you notice the extra memory when you're using the browser and stuff like
absolutely.
that? Like
Yeah.
the pages don't do the checkerboard
Well,
scrolling
it still
thing as much?
still does the checkerboard scrolling stuff, but I think the extra gig of extra memory allows Samsung to toss a ton of widgets on the home screen. Did make it slower. Threw those off, made it a little bit faster.
Better or worse than the iPad's browser?
I think still worse than the iPad's browser running the stock Android browser.
Okay.
And so there's 16 gigabytes of flash storage. It's the Wi-Fi model. That starts at $469. It does go up to 32 gigs, which you add $100 more for that.
Is there
no
micro SD slot or anything?
No micro SD slot. The only port actually is Samsung's 30-pin connector.
Oh,
That's
wow.
it.
So
no
it's like their version of the
HDMI.
dock connector.
Yep. Yeah, I think you have to buy an adapter if you want any
Well,
other
then there's a headphone jack.
functionality. There is a headphone jack, 30-pin connector, power button, and volume buttons. But that's basically, and speakers. 8.9, less than a pound, it works really well in one hand. I could browse and type with one hand.
Is this a
check
bathroom
email.
tablet?
This is absolutely, you could use this in the bathroom and be very comfortable.
Did you use that in the bathroom?
I did not use this in the bathroom
glad to know.
yet. It's very clean. There are 2 cameras on this. There's a back camera, it's 3 megapixel with LED flash. The front camera is 2 megapixels. The back camera, you can shoot 720p video.
Okay.
Video is not that great, but I did like that there's tap to focus on the back camera, and it's very fast.
I took it out to shoot some sample photos a little while ago and actually couldn't get the camera app to load. It kept crashing when I started it up.
Well,
so
it worked fine for me,
little bit of a bummer.
and it was very fast to capture photos.
from shutter press to shutter click. Okay.
Very, very fast. It was no delay at all. Let's take a look at the software.
Okay.
All right, so if you look at the screen, it's a pretty nice screen. It's 1280 by 800. It is just a TFT LCD, so it's not Samsung's Super AMOLED that they're going to have in their future, the Galaxy Note.
Right. So this is a traditional LCD display, not the AMOLED. They don't make the AMOLED that big.
Not that
right
big
now.
yet.
Yeah.
The screen is really nice. The viewing angles are nice. The colors are bright. I think this is like half brightness right now.
Yeah,
and
viewing
it's
angles
totally
are pretty
fine.
good. I'm way off to the side, and it's fine. You're collecting a lot of fingerprints over there.
Yeah,
Did you see the bucket of fried chicken?
Very fingerprinty. I washed my hands beforehand, and already I can see all
pretty
smudge
smudgy.
marks. So if you look at the UI, it's pretty much honeycomb. It does look a little different. So
Well, like the basic honeycomb widgets are down, like the home, alt tab, full screen things are all down here.
Let's look at notifications.
Okay, that's
so
different.
That's a little different. You do get more functionality than you would normally get in honeycomb.
I have to say, I like this kind of stuff, like the ability to turn off GPS and Wi-Fi and Bluetooth
Yeah,
and all
airplane
that.
mode.
That's good.
Yep, this should have been built in Android
Yeah.
to start. It's a little colorful for my taste.
I like
but
the
think it's
brightness
fine.
thing.
Yeah,
Does
you
the
can
auto
change
brightness work?
Yeah, it does work. It'll make it darker, but I'm just going to
Probably don't want to do that,
brightness. The big change is that Samsung now has their own little taskbar that pops up. So if you press this up arrow, actually I have to slide it up.
Oh.
They have their own little widgets.
So I can put my favorite stuff, like my browser and email and Twitter and stuff there.
You would think so.
Because this is on every screen, right?
This is on every single screen. It even runs on top of other applications.
Wow.
So for example, if I launch the browser,
Okay.
and this is just the stock browser, and it's going to run play tested, I can still scroll up, and
I think you just have to tap that.
there we go.
Wow.
You can't actually configure this little
Wait,
taskbar.
hold on. So I
You
can't put my own stuff there?
No, you get a task manager, and if you click it, it actually pops an overlay. So you actually have window widgets that you can move. I do like the task manager. I can like end all.
It's going to close your browser.
That's going to close my browser. And you have a calculator. You have their pen note-taking tool.
What about the music player or the pen memo?
Yep.
I used that pen memo thing. I couldn't write anything that was readable.
You can. Well,
they offer a stylus as an accessory.
Yeah, you can use a stylus for that. I do like the idea that you can have movable widgets. I think the calculator is the only thing I could see myself using if I was like on a website and I want to do some calculations. The problem isn't that this is here. The problem is that you can't disable it.
Yeah,
you can't configure it. And you can disable it by replacing the entire home screen.
You have to replace the entire home screen.
Basically.
Yeah, so you install IDW or Touch, one of the other home screen replacements.
And even though I do have widgets now on the screen, like these widgets are actually resizable. That's built in the new version of Honeycomb, but it's also in
are these the
TouchWiz.
These are Samsung widgets.
These are Samsung widgets. There are actually way more widgets built in. I already disabled.
It says you can resize, but it doesn't seem to be letting you resize.
And then I can. Well,
that might be the full size for it. Maybe it goes smaller.
Yep. And there's like a social hub widget that combines your Facebook and Twitter and other social networks.
The frame rate's a little chunky going from screen to screen.
I would recommend disabling all these widgets and only using the ones you would really need to use, because it does slow down the user experience.
Did they impact battery life as well?
I don't think they impact battery life that much. Samsung says 8 hours. Haven't done too much testing on that just yet.
Okay.
It does come with a bunch of other applications, including Kindle. There are multiple keyboards. You get Swipe, get Samsung's keyboard.
Can you remove stuff that you don't want?
You can remove some of the apps you don't want, like the Kindle apps and like the games. For example, right now I'm on the standard.
That's the Android keyboard.
That's the Android keyboard, but I will show you Samsung's keyboard, which just looks a little different. There it goes, and it also has Swipe if you're a big fan.
And do any of these are these like split ski keyboards? How is
they don't split. The Samsung one doesn't split at all.
Okay.
For example, this is Swipe. I can do tested. There it goes, tested.com.
Yeah, I have a hard time using Swipe. I like the idea. I think it's really cool. It's just
some people are really used to it.
Yeah.
Even though this is an 8.9-inch tablet, I still found it hard to type with two hands in the landscape mode.
Yeah, I tried it a little bit there. You definitely can't
thumb typing is not good.
It's a left hand and chord.
Yeah, exactly. But it's light enough that you can chord.
Yeah.
In the portrait mode, thumb typing is really easy as it is with a 7-inch tablet. So this is the web browser, the standard Android browser. It's pretty fast. You do notice that there is, I think. Well, there you go. So it does take. It does have to cache
a little draw delay.
A little bit of a draw delay.
So how do you end up using this? You're using it more in portrait mode or in landscape mode?
I try to use it in portrait mode. I try to use most of my tablets in portrait mode because that's how the web works. So I'm going to turn it right now, and there it goes in portrait mode. I can do the pinch to zoom.
Does it do the smart tap?
Yes, it will do a smart tap. I mean, it's just Honeycomb's browser.
Kind of
smart tap.
Semi-smart.
There is a tilting feature where if I put two fingers on the screen, it will zoom as I tilt. This is stupid.
But the Galaxy S2 does this as well. I can't imagine ever using that.
See myself using this. I eventually put a different browser on here, Dolphin browser, and it runs just as fast. A little bit better. There's gestures on Dolphin, so that's nice. And so video playback, music playback all works as expected. There's not too much codec support.
Does it do? It doesn't play high profile H264.
Doesn't do 1080p high profile videos. So you have to re-encode it.
Everything has to be 720p.
720p, at least I could tell. I think the bitrate was too high on the videos. I tried testing. You can go to the gallery and show some of that. All right, just play videos. So for example, here's a 1080p video, and it just won't play. It's MP4 will show up, and here's a 720p video, which will play.
Oh no, Red Band trailer. Hold on, don't.
There's a lot of
kids watching.
No. Oh look, it's what's her name from that movie? It's Ramona Flowers, The Thing. Yeah. So 720p video, no problem whatsoever.
So this is designed to be used in landscape mode. You seem to prefer it in portrait mode.
Yeah, I think 8.9 inches is really good. At least the weight is the most important thing to use in portrait mode. The iPad 2 is over a pound, like 1.3 pounds. Yeah. This is under a pound. No strain.
You'd say 8.9 inches is right for you?
I think for a tablet, yeah.
It's exactly the size you want?
For a tablet, yeah.
Okay, it's good to know.
Yeah.
You can see comparison size-wise to the iPad 2, about the same height, much, much less wide, and about the same thickness.
Yeah, about the same thickness. I mean, Samsung will tell you it's technically thinner than the iPad 2. Not really noticeable. It really is about the weight.
Yeah, the weight, a couple, even just using this a little bit, couple of ounces difference between the iPad 2 and the Galaxy Tab 8.9. Huge difference in the ability to hold and be comfortable using it for extended periods of time. It's a little bit pricey though. It's $469.
Yeah, $469 for the 16 gig Wi-Fi model. And unlike other Android tablets that you might have seen, it just does not have the expandability and the connectivity. It's just the one 30-pin connector and the headphone jack. Yeah. So it's pretty bare bones in terms of connectivity, but the hardware, internal hardware, it's plenty fast. Dual core 1 gigahertz, gig of RAM.
Yeah, pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So that's Galaxy Tab 8.9. There'll be a review on Tested soon. Until then, I'm Will.
I'm Norm.
See you guys next time.
Bye.